What's a phrase you couldn't stand hearing when you were young? Okay, you'll understand when you get older. You see, this statement has frustrated kids for a very, very long time, for generations. So many psychologists have explained that our development occurs in stages. As children, our brains aren't fully equipped to handle the complexities of adult situations, giving rise to this kind of phrase. Interestingly, there are adults who exhibit childlike behavior, they behave like kids. We often label them as immature, but what about those who struggle to consistently grasp and cope with deeper issues? That's what we refer to as emotional maturity. So let's delve into three signs of emotional immaturity. The first one I'm talking about is impulsivity. This impulsivity refers to the inclination to act without prior consideration, and this could involve blotting out words, making unplanned purchases, or dashing across the streets without even looking properly or without due caution. See, to some extent, this behavior is typical, particularly among children, teenagers, and even some adults. For instance, picture a scenario where a man in a crowded elevator suddenly breaks into a sudden dance just as the elevator doors open to his floor. Astonished passengers, surprised passengers may look at him and begin to applaud him, assuming it's a form of performance art or entertainment. Or think of a woman who who in a shopping mall or a shopping for groceries, who spontaneously transforms her shopping cart into a into a race car, producing engine noises and dramatically swerving through the aisles, only to be pursued by an amused toy employee with a mop on his hand. See, according to a psychologist, individuals who exhibit emotional immaturity also also struggle with deep analysis and comprehensive situational assessment. Consequently, their decisions tend to be emotionally driven rather than thoroughly thought out. So, this inability to fully evaluate situations can serve as an indicator of emotional immaturity. The second thing I'll be talking about is low self-reflection. You see, at times, life can resemble a game of who stole the candy from the candy store, where individuals are supposed to take responsibility for their actions, but it often feels like everyone is passing the blame. Nobody wants to be responsible for their actions. So, in a study conducted some time ago, it was observed that emotionally mature individuals possess the ability to introspect and assess their thoughts and deeds to gauge their correctness, the process known as emotional regulation. And so, in contrast, those who lack emotional maturity rarely reach this level of introspection or the personal growth that accompanies it. So they tend to relish being the center of attention. However, when they err or are held accountable, this is when their immature and emotionally charged reactions emerge. These reactions, coupled with a deficiency in self-reflection, can serve as indicators of someone's emotional maturity. The last thing I'll be talking about in this video is bullying. So bullying often arises when children who are overweight resort to name calling as a form of defense mechanism to shield their own emotions rather. Similarly, emotionally mature individuals may exhibit the same behavior. Studies suggest that bullying stems from these emotionally charged initial reactions, which is commonly observed in emotionally immature adults who lack the ability to manage challenging emotions. So these individuals may employ playground style tactics such as bullying as a coping mechanism. For example, an emotionally mature employee might mock their boss's attire when receiving criticisms. You see, this response hinders self-reflection and serves as a defense mechanism to avoid feeling at fault or feeling guilty. So during child development, there is a natural phase of narcissism, typically occurring around the ages of 5, 6, 7, or even 8. However, in adulthood, exclusively prioritizing one's own interest and disregarding how one's actions affect others can be a sign of emotional immaturity. So consider a scenario where a friend has lost his job and lacks any support from friends or families. An emotionally mature friend could offer comfort and collaborate on potential solutions to help them regain their stability. Conversely, an emotionally mature individual might merely nod and just smile while their friend gains or suffers, as the situation doesn't even impact them directly. So there are various reasons why someone may appear self-absorbed And these are just a few examples. See, dealing with an emotionally mature person can be challenging and frustrating, particularly when you are an adult yourself. Remember that their actions do not reflect on you, but rather on their inability to express thoughts and feelings in a healthy manner. So feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section, and if you haven't already, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, bye.